this cover to give you a little more room. Just take off the oil cap and then just pull up and put the oil cap back on just so nothing falls down there. I'm going to relieve the fuel pressure. There's a cap right here. Just take this cap off. And then take a rag and just put it over or around that fitting, and then you can use a pick or a screwdriver and just relieve the pressure. Just be careful, you don't want to get fuel in your eyes or anything. Just like that, there wasn't that much pressure there. Just like that. So the pressure's off, so that's good. You could always disconnect the fuel pump relay or a fuse and run the vehicle until the vehicle dies, and then you know that the pressure is off of there. Now I'll just put the cap back on and put the cover back on. We're going to remove this shield. There's 2 nuts over here and 2 bolts on this side. Use a 10mm socket. Oop, that one broke. And slide that off. Now to support the fuel tank, we're using a fuel tank adapter for a transmission lift. Now we're going to start removing these bolts. There's 3 of them for the straps. Use a 15mm socket. Now take these straps down, just kind of twist them a little bit. To take these straps off, you just slide down, rotate it a little bit to the left, and slide it out just like that. There we go. And there you go. Disconnect the connector right here, just push down on the tab. Slide it out just like that. Disconnect this one. There's a lock tab right there. Disconnect that and then slide the connector out right there. And it's attached right here to the brake lines. You want to disconnect that from the brake lines. There's a little tab. If you need to, you can use a small screwdriver. Release that or just push down on the tab. And slide this over just like that. And disconnect this connector. Push down on the tab and slide it off. Now we're going to disconnect the fuel lines. You want to have a drain bucket underneath here. You are going to lose a little bit of fuel. Hopefully there's no pressure behind it. And you just squeeze the 2 bottom clips, and this lock slides up just like that. And just to prevent a little bit of splatter, I'm just going to use a rag. You should be wearing safety glasses as well. And then just slide this off. And there's a little bit of leaking. Now disconnect this line right here. There shouldn't be any fuel in this. This is just a evap vapor line, vapor hose. Just slide that off, just like that. Then again in the back, you want to have a drain bucket underneath here. It's ideal that the fuel tank has as little gas in it as possible when you're doing this job. You don't want the fuel tank to have half a tank or even a full tank. You're going to lose a lot of fuel. But if you have less than a quarter, that's ideal. Disconnect this connector right here. And this is just a vapor connector as well. And then we'll disconnect the filler neck. We can use a straight blade screwdriver, loosen up this worm clamp. Make sure you have a drain bucket underneath while you're doing this as well. Should be good. And then you can use a pick or a screwdriver and just try to pry this hose off a little bit. You might have to lower the tank while you do it, just to get a little bit of slack. I'll lower this down a little. And there we go. So no fuel came out, which is good. So it's pretty low. You'd know obviously by now if there was too much fuel in the tank. And we can lower this down. Now I'm just going to take some compressed air and blow off the tank. It's a little bit dirty. Disconnect these electrical connectors. Just push down on this little tab right here if you have to. You can use a pick or a screwdriver. This just has to move out a little bit, just like that. Then you can push down on the tab, slide it out. Do the same on this one. It's just like a little safety lock. Push down, slide it out. Now disconnect this hose and push it in a little bit. Squeeze down on these tabs and then slide it out. And then this one. And this one is kind of like the hose we took off in the front. There's two little tabs underneath here. Push those in a little bit. Try to slide underneath here with a pick or a screwdriver. And slide that piece up. There might be a little bit of fuel spill out when you pull this off. Just put a rag on it, slide it out. Now we're going to remove this lock ring. If you have the proper tool, the adapter that fits in here, you can use that and take it off. If not, use a brass punch so that you don't have any sparks. And just find an area where you're not going to ruin the tank. Then use a hammer and just loosen it up. A little more. Slide that up. And you can grab the fuel sender and you just have to pull this hose up so it clears the tank. Just like that. And then you have to tip it down because of the float right there. And we're going to let the fuel drain. Should have that drain back into the tank. And you can take a rag and just clean this off a little bit. Take the old seal off. And just wipe out any of the dirt and debris that's in here. Try not to get any to drop into the tank. And I'll put the new seal in place. That looks good. Now install this the same way the old one came out. You can kind of tip that down a little bit like that. This little tab right here is going to go in that location there. Just move this hose, just like that. That looks good. Again, make sure your seal is in the right place before we push this down. Might pop up a little bit. When you push it down, you should be able to see that it's in the right place, and that looks good. Now take the lock ring, slide this over, get that started. And again with the brass punch, or if you have the adapter, just tighten it up. Now take these plugs off and connect the hose. Line that up and push down on the lock. And just slide this hose on, lock it down, connect the connector, line that up, push down, and then push down on the lock. Same with this one. Lock it down, push down on the lock. And carefully raise the fuel tank up. You're just going to have to make adjustments while you're doing it. And before you get it all the way up, get this hose lined up. This part is difficult to line up once it's already all the way back in. Once it seems like it's positioned good, then you can start connecting hoses. We'll connect these hoses up front, line those up, lock it down, and lock that one down. While we're here, we'll just connect this connector, lock it down, and slide this connector in position. And connect it up top and push this lock in place, and you can lock this retainer. Connect this vapor hose right there and the connector. That's good. Now tighten this down, just snug it up. You don't want to crack the tank, it is plastic. It's pretty much. Once it's snug, and just give it a twist, see if it's tight. That looks good. Just one more quarter turn. Now we can reinstall the straps. Just get those lined up. And get the bolts started. And tighten these down. Now that's all supported, we can lower the support. I'm going to put this shield back in place, put it over the studs, and put the bolts back in. And the nuts. And tighten them down.